Hey guys, check out our sky. I mean, it looks quite pretty there, but it's been an absolute mess since midday. And I was driving to the Gold Coast and I saw a spraying plane. And being with someone who's a believer in the Father and Yeshua, but not a believer in chemical bombing of the sky, I didn't say anything. So anyway, a few things happened today I do want to share with you. I'll tell you the end of that story in a minute, but before that, I want to tell you what happened when we went to Paradise Country, which is an affiliate of Movie World over here, which are the biggest theme parks in Australia. And Paradise Country is a nice little place with animals and Shaun the Sheep's the theme. So we took the granddaughter there. It's just reopened. Nobody was wearing a mask. I'll tell you that. I did not see one mask at Paradise Country. So what happened was when you go to these theme parks, you can buy a pass and you can get three parks in the one pass, which is what we did. Conveniently, I lost my pass, which worked out well for me today. But we got up to the woman. There was a woman, instead of going to the desk, there's a woman out the front. And she said, "Oh, have you got the app?" And I said, "No." And she said, "You need to go back down there where there's this sign and touch the phone on this thing and you need to download the app." I'm like, "Oh, no." We looked at each other, and my husband and I, and we're not going in, forget it. So we turned around, and then, you know, I knew how my granddaughter was going to take that. She would have cried and it would have broke her heart. So I'm thinking, okay, Father, we've already paid. It's not like we're breaking in. We just don't want the contact tracing app. Okay, so here's what happened. So my husband went down to do it on his phone, but he's got a new phone. He wouldn't know how to do it anyway. I wouldn't know how to do it anyway, either. So I could see him, and I walked back up to her because we couldn't get past this woman. And I walked back up to her. I just said, "Father, please let us in for Melanie's sake." I walked back up to her and I said, "Look, I don't have a mobile phone on me, and I've lost my card." And she goes, "Oh, okay, well, just go to the desk then." So I got past her, and as I walked past, the girls at the desk were busy, so I just kept walking in with Mel. So we got in, and I looked back, and I motioned to my husband, and he was walking up, and just as he got to the woman who was stopping everyone, she was busy, and he just slipped past her. So we got into this place that every single other person in there had to have the contact tracing app, and we didn't get it. Dogs, hey, come on. I'm going to go for it. Sugar. All right, let's go. Bo, you're going to get hurt. Bo. That's enough. Come on. Good dogs. So we were the only people in the whole of that place, and it was pretty packed, who are still not being contact traced. But it was a grim realisation today that we're not going to be able to get around this anymore. That if we want to go anywhere, they're going to do this. And this is in Australia, so I can't imagine what the US is like. Or maybe we're worse here, I don't know. Bring that down. So, nobody was wearing a mask. There was no social distancing. The one thing we had to do was when we went to the eatery and sat at a table like normal people do, that was empty. This woman comes up and goes, "Oh, excuse me, you've got to fill out this form. You can't sit here." And I'm like, "Yeah, oh, well, you know, I just want to feed." And I then my thing buzzed and I got up and I just walked away from her. Anyway, they made my husband fill out a form, so he just put Joe Blow from Mexico on it and didn't tell him who we were again. And then my granddaughter, she went on a horse ride. I had to sign a disclosure form. I just put blah, blah, blah on that. So there's going to come a time where you can't do that. Basically, that was the last time I'll ever go to a theme park now. Because if I do, and go to the bigger ones, where we used to be able to jump the fence when we were young, you just can't do that anymore. Even though you've paid to get in, and you're eligible to get in, you've paid your money, you have to be contact traced. I have such a problem with that. Dude. So, this is how it is. This is it. We're there. We are there. And like I said, no one's wearing masks. You know, some people in shops are, some Chinese people, you know, they're paranoid anyway. But nobody's wearing a mask. And then we've got our second biggest state in Australia, Victoria, which they've basically locked down the whole of the city. It's a ghost town. We'll be showing you videos of that on our next live stream. It's just, the second wave is here. They're doing it. I don't know what to tell you, because all I do, you have to hit your knees and pray. You have to get on your knees and pray to your Father in heaven, because He's the only way out of this. I mean, okay, so say you do get the contact tracing app. Just say you did for something. I'm not going to. That's it. I'm out. That's me out of everything. But say somebody else did, you know, another believer. Well, that's all good and well. That's okay. But if anybody, anywhere that you've gone, has contracted a virus, okay, they're going to call you up if you were in that area. And they're going to say, hey, we need to test you. And that, my friends, that is when I fear that they will put this stuff on certain people's tests. They're not going to affect every single person, no. But they are going to affect some. And that will be the second wave. Will be a true infection. So, whoa, two together, lovely. It's unusual, very unusual, very nice. They're just out for a flight, nothing nefarious about that. So what can I tell you? I can tell you we're there. I can tell you they want this new world order in, and they want it now. And what are we going to do about it? It's too late. The people did not stand up and fight and say, no, we're not going to go into our homes and hide. No, we're not going to wear masks. It's detrimental to your health to wear a mask, guys. It's bad for you. It's proven. Look, they know all this stuff. It's also proven that COVID is nothing but a mild flu. Dr. Anthony Fauci told you himself. So we're there. Now, as far as this sky bit, I was talking to someone today and I said, look, there was all these really full-on lines like scale waves at that point. And I said, you don't get lines in the sky like that normally. And, you know, talk about when they don't want to see it. It's right in front of their eyes. Even telling them that geoengineering companies are real. They advertise it. They tell us what they're doing. MIT, Dr. David Keith. We're spraying the skies. That's it. They told us. Well, you still can't tell people. They still won't believe you when it's right in their face. You know, and I got angry. I'll admit it. I'm human, man. It's tough being down here. It's tough trying to get the word out. And nobody wants to listen. Come on, look at that. Come on. That's not even where the sun is. Look. The sun's over there. Right? Oh, yeah, well, people will say, yeah, well, that's the sun rays. Well, actually, that very well could be. But look what they're going through. Look at the mess that they're travelling through. Barium, strontium, aluminum, lithium. It makes for an antenna. It makes us human antennas. When they turn the 5G on and they turn it up where they want to turn it up to disable certain groups of people, well, they will, and they can. So, my only answer is to pray to your Father in heaven. Pray He saves you and your family. Pray that you will be worthy to escape the things which are coming upon the earth. Because they are. This is real, guys. This is real. That person said I'm scaring them, that they think, yeah, like you're going crazy. Well, isn't that funny? Isn't that what we all get? Isn't that the reception?